Hey, HEYBRAYJ here. We're here in downtown Lafayette, hanging out with our good friends Royal Teeth, and I'm so excited to be here with them. They're about to go on their big tour. They're going to tell us all about it in just a bit. But first, giving you a little background, they formed in 2010, and after they built up a dedicated and strong fan base, it was Harry Connick Jr., actually, who tapped them to come on American Idol, season 13, and they performed in March of 2014, which, as you can imagine, took their fame and their fan base to a whole nother level. And here they are now. They've still been in the creative process, also done tours, traveled all across the country, and they're about to embark on another journey. I have with me Gary. How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing well. So fill us in. We'll talk about the numbers. I'm very impressed. I guess I can do that now. And I got to play it on the radio myself, so it was an honor. Wild secured over 7.4 million plays on Spotify. Then you have Weekend Glow, which had over 1.2 million plays. Huge numbers if you think about a band from right here in Louisiana. And of course, they've been representing the state very well. And then now they're releasing their new EP titled Amateurs. And just kind of fill us in on that process and what we can look forward to.
Yeah, well, we took a little bit of time off in between Glow and Amateurs, around 2 years. So we weren't playing as much, we weren't touring quite as much. But I mean, we were touring, but we sort of, when we were going full steam ahead, I want to say 1 year, like we were just talking about this,
we're doing about 200 shows a year. So
that's a lot of shows.
Yes.
But we kept writing in that process. So in that then till now, we have, I want to say, anywhere from
40 to 50 songs.
yeah. So what we did is we decided to book a studio in South Carolina with the guy that we recorded our first EP, Act Naturally. We recorded with a guy named Eric Bass. He's a good friend of ours. So we booked about 3 weeks over there and started just showing them some of our ideas. And the idea was to just see what felt good in that moment, see what was really working in that room. And just run with it from there. Not have a master plan, not think too much about the process, just really enjoy it and remind ourselves why we do it, because we love getting in the room and creating something. I think we were getting a little caught up in the in-between stuff of this as a full-time gig, and it was a little bit exhausting, so we needed to refresh our spirit. And I think that's what we did. We embraced the band more this time around. We wrote the songs in the rooms together rather than everything being separated. And I think that made a big difference. Amateurs in itself, the idea came from a book we read. It was Nora's idea, actually. It came from a book called Show Your Work, and it was basically saying that it comes from amateur comes from a French word meaning a lover of, to love something, and we thought that idea was so cool, especially at that point in our career, to remind ourselves that at the end of the day we do this because we love it. We do this because we care about playing music together, and that's what we're passionate about. So it's sort of a reminder to ourselves.
Very cool. And of course, showing love to the other band members. Each one of them contribute such an amazing beauty and talent to Royal Teeth, and so each one is very special. Of course, we have Nora, we have Josh, and Thomas, and we were so excited and honored to be here in what I'm going to call the belly of the beast. This is where all their creative really gets to churn out. Kind of tell us about this space and where we are.
I've been living here for like about 5 or 6 years. It's just a great little spot. No one complains about noise, and we just kind of we've been meeting here and working on a lot of the songs here.
Yeah, this right behind us is Thomas's little studio area.
Yeah.
Where most of the magic happens.
Yeah.
But
it gets cluttered in there with like just cables and stuff. So I love this room for that.
Yeah.
And this is an old grocery store.
Very nice.
That's maybe worth noting.
It's got some vibe.
That's a good vibe.
It's like a weird house.
I mean, and it does have good vibes, especially like different times people will come here because we live in New Orleans, so I'll come here for just 3 or 4 days and just crash at his house, and we'll just write music and see what happens. And I have certain specific memories. Villain, for example, we were working for a few hours on something completely different. At that point, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and we thought we were sort of winding down. We turned on the TV, and I showed him something on my phone. And right then, just something completely new happened, and by that point it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we've written a demo for a song villain that made our EP. So, so many cool things that end up actually becoming real Royal Teeth ideas happen in here, right around here. This is where it happened.
Very cool.
It happened right.
Like right, like literally right here.
We're going to have more coming your way about Amateur and their tour and so much more. Stay tuned, HeyBRAYJ.com with Royal Teeth.